What's up guys? Today I'm going to be talking about the Android Mini TV, a device that is underrated and I think deserves some recognition. So without wasting any time, let's get started. The Android Mini TV. Most have probably never heard of such thing. There are different variations available. The one I have is the MK808B, also known as Android on a stick. This powerful device is packed with features. Inside, this smart stick is housing a dual-core A9 processor running in at 1.6 GHz, 1 GB of DDR3 RAM, and 8 GB of onboard storage. Don't worry though, storage will be the least of your concern. It has a micro SD card slot to expand your storage, full USB support, which you can also add extensions and run a mouse and keyboard. We will get to that in a second. This also has a mini USB OTG port and mini HDMI. Setting up is actually quite easy. In fact, it's almost as easy as a Google Chromecast. Speaking of Google Chromecast, when we put them side by side, you can see it's slightly bigger, but not by much. Once you connect the HDMI to your television and power it up using the provided mini USB cord, you are pretty much set to go. Since this is running full Android, you will need at least a mouse to get through the initial setup process. This is no different from setting up an Android phone or tablet for the first time. Once completed, you are now greeted with a familiar user interface. Running Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, you can upgrade, which we will talk about later. Although the mouse works great in navigating through the UI, the first thing you want to do though is download an app that allows you to use your phone or tablet to control your new mini TV. Although having a Bluetooth mouse or keyboard is also nice, and I'd recommend it. So what makes this special over a Google TV or even a Chromecast device? Well, for one, it runs full Android, which means you have access to the Google Play Store and all of the powerful apps available there, including gaming emulators. Also, at the time of filming this, I've seen this model as low as $35 when it's on sale, the same price as a Chromecast to as high as $50 shipped. But you're probably asking how it performs or compares to a Google TV or Chromecast. So let's start off with the good. Running popular apps like Netflix, of course watching movies, works flawlessly. YouTube, same thing, it runs excellent. Web browsing, also no issues here. Most games I've tried also worked without any hiccups, including my emulators that I love to play with. This alone is worth the price of buying one of these devices. You're basically getting all of the classic consoles, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Nintendo 64, PlayStation. But what about video playback? No problem. Playing HD 1080p media from the micro SD or even the USB ran excellent without any problems. Now I have heard of people complaining with 1080p playback that some of them had a few frame skips or audio sync issues, but as long as it's encoded properly, you won't have a problem here. You also have to make sure you're using the right player. Wi-Fi performance worked excellent, probably due to the fact that it has a dual built-in Wi-Fi antenna, and last but not least, the price. Pretty hard to beat when you consider what you're getting. A lot of value for your money. So what's bad about this device? Believe it or not, I really couldn't find anything. Sure, it may not be the fastest thing out there, but for what it's meant to be used, it does it really well. Although if I did have to say one thing, unlike Google TV or the Chromecast, which will actually get updates directly from Google, the Mini TV, well, you're kind of on your own. This is not a Google supported product. As you can see, this ships with Android 4.1, so updating the firmware will require you to take matters into your own hands. The good thing is that the ROMing community is really strong and there are plenty of forums catered to running custom ROMs and even expanding features to the Mini TV. So if you're like me that loves to tinker with these things, it's not necessarily a negative, but it could be used as an argument as to why you should buy a Google TV or Chromecast instead of this Mini TV. But what about the simplicity of the Chromecast? The ability to just turn on your television and easily send a cast directly to your TV without the need to fumble with any settings. Well, that's the beauty of Android. Remember how I said you have access to the Play Store? Just download Cheapcast. It emulates what the Chromecast does and actually works identical. You set up a name, just like you would with Chromecast, and that's it. You can even have it start on boot so you don't have to remember to turn it on. And even though at the time of filming this, Cheapcast is an early beta, it works amazing. In fact, for those that already have a Chromecast, the functionality is identical. Load a YouTube video, send cast to your television, and watch your show. The controls even load just like they would if you had a Chromecast. Delivered. PS model. If you don't own a tablet now, this is a fantastic purchase that you won't be disappointed. So there you have it. Works with Google Play Music too. Here I am sending a cast to my television, playing one of my favorite songs. Pause and play works as expected through your phone. So there you have it, guys, the Android Mini TV. Definitely a product that I would highly recommend. As a matter of fact, if I had to choose between the Android Mini TV and the Chromecast, I would definitely buy the Android Mini TV. But if you consider the price, the Android Mini TV with the Chromecast together, even if you were to buy both of them, which I don't know why you would, but let's just say you would, it's still cheaper than a Roku player and an Apple TV. So just to give you a couple of options there. But anyhow, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will leave a link down below where you can buy the Android Mini TV at the lowest price, and I'll constantly be updating that information, so make sure you read that description. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Adios.